Hey, Travel Vibes fam! Are you the type who loves to plan every detail of your trip? Or maybe you're someone who just grabs a bag and goes. Either way, if you're flying in 2025, there's a whole new set of airline rules, bans, and TSA changes that could make or break your trip. Imagine this. You've got your bags packed, your boarding pass ready, and you're dreaming about that perfect getaway. But then, boom, the airline stops you. Maybe it's because of your outfit, your carry-on bag, or even an expired ID. Suddenly, your dream trip turns into a nightmare of frustration and embarrassment. We get it. For young travelers like you, budget-conscious, adventurous, and always looking for the next cool destination, the last thing you want is to get caught up in airline red tape. That's why today, we're breaking down everything you must know before your next flight. From cracking the code on dress policies to navigating real ID requirements, we'll arm you with all the tips you need to stay ahead of the game. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications to join the Travel Vibes crew. Because trust me, you don't want to miss this insider guide to flying smarter in 2025. Let's dive in. 1. Why airlines are saying no to bare feet. All right, let's kick things off. Literally. Did you know that airlines like American and United have officially cracked down on passengers going barefoot during flights? Yup, it's true. What may seem like a harmless habit is now a big no-no for both hygiene and safety reasons. Think about it. Airplane floors only get a quick surface cleaning between flights. That means those carpets could still be harboring sticky drink spills, food crumbs, or worse, leftovers from someone's unfortunate bathroom mishap. Walking barefoot not only exposes you to germs and potential infections, but it also puts you at risk for cuts or burns. And in the event of an emergency evacuation, bare feet can seriously slow you down. You might be thinking, well, I'll just wear socks instead. Sorry to break it to you, but socks don't offer much protection either. So, if you're tempted to kick off your shoes mid-flight, remember this. Keeping your shoes on isn't just about following the rules. It's about protecting yourself and staying flight ready. 2. New rules for emotional support animals. Remember when emotional support animals could include everything from dogs to peacocks, or even snakes? Well, those days are over. Airlines have tightened the leash on these policies, and only properly trained service animals assisting passengers with disabilities are allowed to fly in the cabin for free. Why the change? Over the years, untrained animals caused their fair share of mid-flight drama. Picture this: barking dogs, nervous cats, or worse, biting incidents. Not exactly the kind of in-flight entertainment anyone signed up for, right? Under the new rules, emotional support animals no longer qualify as service animals. This means they have to travel like regular pets, in airline-approved carriers that fit under the seat with fees attached. While this might be disappointing for some pet owners, it's a move to make flying safer and more comfortable for everyone on board. The next time you're traveling with a furry friend, make sure you're clear on the airline's pet policy to avoid any surprises at check-in. 3. Say goodbye to gate chaos. Let's talk about something we've all seen and probably been annoyed by at the airport. The boarding gate crowd. You know the scene. Passengers hovering near the gate long before their group is called, clutching their boarding passes like their life depends on it. Airlines have a nickname for this behavior: gate lice. Harsh, but accurate. Well, here's the news. American Airlines has had enough. They've introduced a new tech system that's putting an end to sneaky early boarders. Here's how it works. If you try to scan your boarding pass before your group is called, the system triggers a loud alarm announcing to everyone that you've broken the rules. And just like that, you're sent to the back of a line. A walk of shame you probably won't forget anytime soon. The goal? To streamline the boarding process and reduce the chaos caused by impatient passengers. So, next time you're tempted to hover near the gate, take a seat instead. Trust me, the new tech doesn't miss a thing, and neither will the people around you. 4. Real ID. Your ticket to the skies. Here's a heads up for anyone flying domestically in the US. Starting May 7th, 2025, your regular driver's license might not cut it anymore. To get through TSA, you'll need a Real ID compliant license. Look for the little star in the upper right corner. No star, no flight. Getting a real ID isn't hard, but it does require some prep work. You'll need to visit your state's DMV and bring proof of your identity, like a birth certificate or passport, your social security number, and 2 documents proving your address, such as utility bills or a rental agreement. Not interested in updating your license? No worries. A valid passport or another TSA-approved ID will still get you on your flight. But showing up with the wrong ID will leave you stuck at the airport. And trust me, no one wants to kick off their trip that way. Check your wallet now to make sure you're ready for this rule. Better safe than stranded. 5. Automatic refunds, a win for travelers. Good news, travelers. The days of arguing with airlines for refunds are finally over. Thanks to new regulations, if your flight is canceled or significantly delayed, you're now entitled to an automatic refund. No more tedious forms, endless calls, or pleading with customer service. Here's how it works. If you paid with a credit card, the refund will hit your account within 7 days. Paid with cash or check? You'll get your money back in 20 days. And it's not just about the ticket. Airlines are required to refund any extras you didn't get to use, like seat upgrades, baggage fees, or Wi-Fi services that were delivered. This is a game changer, especially for frequent flyers or anyone who's been burned by cancellations in the past. Just make sure you keep your payment records handy. You'll want to track those refunds and enjoy the peace of mind these new rules bring. 6. Dress codes, what not to wear on a plane. Think your outfit doesn't matter when you're flying? Think again. Airlines are quietly stepping up their game with dress codes under the vague umbrella of appropriate attire. While it's not something you'll find clearly outlined in your ticket terms, passengers wearing overly revealing or inappropriate clothing have reportedly been asked to change, or worse, denied boarding altogether. So what counts as inappropriate? It's not an exact science, but here's a simple guideline. If you wouldn't wear it to meet your significant other's parents, it's probably not the best choice for your flight. Airlines want to maintain a family-friendly environment on board, and that includes keeping things respectful and distraction-free. The bottom line? Dress comfortably, but don't push the boundaries. No one wants to be the person asked to step aside at the gate over an outfit choice. Pack your style wisely and save the bold looks for your destination. 7. Smarter packing. Dodge the carry-on clampdown. We've all been there. You're at the gate, excited to board, when suddenly the airline staff announces that your carry-on is too big. Cue the panic as you're forced to repack or pay extra fees. Well, here's the thing. Airlines are getting stricter about carry-on size enforcement, and they're not cutting corners. So how do you avoid the chaos? The secret weapon. A collapsible bag. This lightweight lifesaver can be tucked into your carry-on. If your bag gets flagged, you can quickly transfer essential items, like your chargers, passport, and snacks, into the collapsible bag and avoid slowing down the line. Another pro tip, weigh your carry-on at home to make sure it's within the airline's limits. With a little preparation, you'll breeze past those gate checks and avoid extra stress or surprise fees before your flight. 8. TSA Precheck gets a high-tech upgrade. If you're all about saving time at airport security, TSA Precheck just got even better. Well, depending on how you feel about tech. Select airports are now rolling out facial recognition technology, allowing Precheck members to breeze through security without digging for IDs or boarding passes. Just one quick scan, and you're through. It sounds like a dream for frequent flyers, right? But here's the catch. Not everyone is on board with this new system. Privacy advocates are raising concerns about how biometric data, like facial scans, is stored and who has access to it. If you're considering signing up, it's worth weighing the convenience of a faster security process against the potential risks of sharing such sensitive information. For now, if you're already a Precheck member, you'll likely notice shorter lines and quicker scans. Just be aware of the technology behind it and decide if it's right for you. 9. In-flight internet etiquette. Stay connected, stay considerate. In-flight Wi-Fi is no longer a luxury. It's practically expected on most flights. But while staying connected at 30,000 feet is convenient, it's also causing some major headaches for fellow passengers. Picture this. Someone streaming videos at full volume or chatting on FaceTime like they're in their living room. Not exactly the peaceful flight you had in mind, right? To tackle this, Some airlines are testing out quiet zones on flights where loud online activities like video calls are discouraged. It's a step toward creating a calmer atmosphere for everyone on board. What can you do to avoid being that passenger? Always pack headphones, and if you absolutely must take a call, keep it brief and discreet. After all, no one wants to be remembered as the loud one on the plane. Stay connected, but stay considerate, because a little courtesy goes a long way in the skies. 10. Single-use plastics, the shift toward greener skies. Here's a trend worth celebrating. Airlines are stepping up their sustainability game by cutting back on single-use plastics. Take Southwest Airlines, for example. They've swapped out plastic stir sticks for wooden ones and replaced traditional cups with bamboo alternatives. These small changes alone are reducing millions of pounds of plastic waste every year. While single-use plastics aren't completely banned yet, these moves are a clear signal that airlines are leaning toward more eco-friendly practices. For passengers, this means the coffee you sip mid-flight or the drink stirrer in your cocktail is now part of a much bigger effort to reduce environmental impact. If you're a traveler who cares about sustainability, you can get involved too. Bring a reusable water bottle, skip the plastic wrapped snacks, and support airlines making these positive changes. Together, we can make flying greener, one small step at a time. 11. Nut-free zones. Flying safer for everyone. For passengers with severe nut allergies, flying used to feel like a gamble. But now, airlines are stepping up to make the skies safer. Some, like Delta, allow passengers to request nut-free zones in advance, creating a buffer of safety during the flight. In fact, many carriers have taken it a step further by removing peanuts from their snack menus entirely. Instead, they're offering allergy-friendly alternatives like pretzels or other nut-free snacks. It's a small change that makes a big difference for those who need it. If you or someone you're traveling with has allergies, don't leave it to chance. Be proactive and communicate with the airline before your flight. By planning ahead, you can ensure a safer, stress-free experience and maybe even enjoy those pretzels guilt-free. 12. Alcohol restrictions. Keeping the skies calm. Let's face it, some of the wildest in-flight stories often involve alcohol. From unruly behavior to full-on disruptions. That's why airlines are tightening the rules. For instance, United Airlines now limits passengers to purchasing 2 drinks at a time, and some carriers are even exploring a total 2-drink maximum for the entire flight. And here's a critical reminder. Bringing your own alcohol to drink on board is strictly prohibited. The FAA takes this rule seriously, and ignoring it could land you in hot water, both figuratively and literally. So what's the takeaway? Enjoy your in-flight beverages responsibly, and always follow airline policies. After all, nobody wants their flight to make headlines for the wrong reasons. Flying smarter. Final thoughts. The skies are evolving, and with them, the rules of air travel. Whether it's keeping your shoes on, following stricter ID requirements, or being mindful of how you pack, staying informed is your ticket to a smoother, stress-free journey. These new regulations aren't just about rules. They're about creating safer, more efficient travel experiences for everyone. So, what's the takeaway? Adapt, plan ahead, and embrace the changes. By doing so, you'll avoid unnecessary hiccups and make every flight more enjoyable. After all, travel is about adventure and discovery, not frustration at the gate. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about these new airline rules? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more travel tips and hacks from TravelWides. Until next time, safe travels, and we'll see you in the skies.